Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4, the New Order, Last Days of Europe, with me, Alpha Pi Omega, and Empire of Japan. So in the last episode we managed to boost our economy even further. With the drop of inflation, the real GDP growth is now at 7%. Though our yearly deficit is skyrocketing as well, and that's only going to get worse once we encourage the consumer spending, so we really have to be wary of our spending. I think this is in part the effect of, civilian spending, of the military austerities, so we have to cut that a little bit, but we're spending a ton. Is there anything we can save on? Healthcare funding, education, pensions. We're spending a little bit on pensions, so what's the effect? That's 2 billion. We actually cut that down. Wonder if we have low income weighted pensions, low pensions, stability, poverty rate decrease. No, I really don't feel like cutting the pensions down is the way to go. Okay, instead let's go with the advanced motorized equipment. We're a little bit ahead of time, but it is going to boost us and we will be able to ditch the old Nissan Type 11? Yeah, type equipment. These trucks were put through rigorous testing in order to maximize the endurance and lifespan of the vehicle, ensuring that they will not break down in the field even when pushed to the absolute limit. So, good. Good. I really wish we could stop this insane debt, but it's gonna only get worse. Bill passes in the diet. Okay, that's also good. And bait and switch. Iridef. What? Oh my god. Is it the tax? It is the taxes. Oh my god. Oh my god. 7 billion. Jesus Christ. Okay, first of all, let me see the research facilities. Yeah, we need to get there, so I can't really cut that one off. Could I? Okay, I can kill the funding of research. No, let's lower it at least a little bit. Okay, well, we're gonna lower the deficit to 4.81 billion. The real GDP growth is 7.68%. But if I kept it max, it would be 2%. Yeah, that's not nothing burger. Wait. 2.55 for what? No, we can't do that. It's just too extreme. Bait and switch. Oh, okay. The radio hissed its static for a few seconds before he was able to dial it to the right frequency. Mr. Takasaki enjoyed listening to Radio Nikkei after work. He earned equal to 3/4 of his job's salary from the horse races. The apartment room filled with the familiar jingle of the station before moving to the news segment. He didn't mind much, politics was rarely interesting, and so he often ate his dinner during the host's discussion of the daily events. Apparently the Prime Minister has enough money to build more of those Shinkansen across the colonies. New Taikoku and Tainan all had the bullet trains, as the American Germans called them. Of course, there was all the usual blubbering from bureaucrats and pundits about how wonderful all of this would be, and what a great step the empire was taking to bringing all of Asia in the modern world. Mr. Takasaki didn't much care, though the cheaper price for a day at the beach was promising. He remembered going often as a child with his family. Now the drudge of work and fretting over the horse jockeys had drained him. He had enough cash to buy a ticket tomorrow and could continue to dine while the sports segment played. So we get further boost in public approval, GDP growth is going to increase, and we get more GDP. So 7 point... Yeah, that's exactly what we just killed by the facilities funding. Okay. Well, I mean, the euro deficit increased significantly. There's just regulation funding. Bureaucratic funding, tax on population. Security funding. What does the security do? Security, oppressive police. Gives us a little bit of political power gain, encryption, decryption. Yeah, let's kill the security funding. We can't really afford that at this point. So that saves a little bit of money. Would this help? Tax of 11.6. 7.7, 3.2, 3.6. That's a nothing burger, so let's leave that one be. And social expenditures. Uneven education. Education, healthcare, and pensions. Tax on the population, stability, research. Yeah, we have to keep these ones. Political. Yeah, we can't really lower it anymore, unfortunately. So instead, let's go with recreate the insurance system. Increases minimum investment in social funding. Administrative efficiency will improve. Poverty rate will improve. And introduce Pension Act. Japan has had a national health insurance system for several decades now, but it has fallen into disrepair under the Ino administration. We will work to bring it back to its true form by increasing funding and dedicating more resources to ensure a smoother bureaucratic process. On top of this, we will also attempt to push a piece of legislation increasing pensions across the board to help our population. Oh no, that's more income. Do we have enough to pass the bill? Yeah, let's do that one. And the Shinkansen to Kyushu, that's gonna be more boost to GDP. So we really need to just get it as high as possible. Yeah, look at that. Gross German strikes 350 billion. No matter how fast we grow, they just grow faster. And United States 395. Yeah, we're catching up to United States. That is for certain. That is damn well for certain. I mean, if the GDP grows by nearly 8% and we increase our deficit by 1, that really isn't much of an issue for us. But I'd still like to keep it. But that was a heavy tank. I was researching the wrong one this whole time. God damn it. Okay, well, doesn't matter. Let's research the Chiba. Hydropneumatic suspension. Further increasing the capabilities of the engines in our main battle tank will allow us to make their armor even thicker and cover more of the vehicle. Yes, that's what we want. What? Yeah, and the euro deficit is gonna keep lowering as the GDP is gonna grow, because the taxes and everything is gonna go higher. Civilian austerity, resource gain efficiency, stability, war support, construction speed, civilian spending. That's 15% into consumer goods. I think we could do this one. The only one that I'm not willing to get on large scale training is the political power. Yemen declared war on the Arab Democratic Republic. Okay, civil war erupts in Yemen. And we have just gotten a new possibility. Increased commitment. Okay. Can we deal with that? Yes, we can send volunteers to Yemen. Absolute monarchy. How many? 2. I can't send any volunteers. But I can send you guys, our experienced. We can't send anyone here, right? Yeah, just here. Okay. Civil war erupts in Yemen. Following the long period of strife within Yemen, the civil war has finally broken out, and rebel forces declaring themselves the Yemeni Democratic Arab Republic have taken up arms against the monarchy. Italy and the Saudis seems to have found common ground in King al-Badr, who has welcomed the support of both groups with open arms, at the same time attempting to present himself as the reformist and keeping an alliance with the Saudi monarchy. Al-Badr has played his cards well. Abdullah al-Salal, on the other hand, has support from a large portion of the military, himself a prior general of the Al-Badr Royal Guard. Discontent with the monarchy, he intends to create a republican and socialist Yemen, with support from numerous pan-Arabist movements, including Ba'athist and Mars of Nasser and communists. Al-Salal. Okay, so what can we do here with the commitments? Is there anything that would actually be of interest to us? IJA desert training. Heat attrition, reconnaissance, air support. Sure. Economic support. Could get another volunteer in it. I don't think we're gonna do that right now. I think this conflict will be fine with just what it is now. Okay, we're expanding the ports. I would like to increase my support. Okay, I'm gonna use the public twice, and we can expand the Uraijo port next. And the Zenon plant. Urban investment strategies. Taihoku. Port construction program. Miyazaki. These are nice, but it still seems like it's just a little bit too expensive for us, you know, for what it's giving us. Porto di Aden is Italian. Interesting. Well, you guys can just, you know, go. I don't think there will be any chance of them stopping us. Conflict engulfing the Middle East, Yemen ongoing. Oh, there might be more, as it looks. Okay, we have to be wary of that. 80 days to use the public again. Okay, well, we'll take Sana, Amram. Oh, hello! The Germans arrived. That's interesting. Well, they've sent 2 units, and we're pushing them Well, no, we're not pushing them. We might be pushed. Yeah, they have way too many things happening at once. Okay, so we're done with the civilian tree. Now let's work on... I think we want to get to this one. Civilian fleet expansion. Aviation Act. Okay, let's start with this one then. The military infrastructure. Even if civilians do not... Wait, what? Maritime Development Act. Then I'm gonna pass this one and this one. Maritime. Yeah, okay, it's fine. Even if civilians do not commonly use barracks, headquarters, or radar stations, there are still jobs to be had in constructing them. To say nothing of the increase in military preparedness they provide. The plan to finance the MIC will include these installations as well as the industries that support them. So this one is going to give us a huge boost of GDP in free provinces. We increase military training policy effectiveness. Military professionalism will begin to improve. We get support. We gain extra resource gain efficiency, construction speed, and factory output. And we spend a little bit of money. Just a little bit though. Oh, Italians are supporting here. Nice. Okay, hello Italians. So this together should be more than enough to push them out. We have 3 divisions against 2. Color Wars. Yep, we're winning. Only the Arabs could fight over a parking lot, Toshiro thought. He and his fellow advisors were standing near downtown Baghdad in a wealthy neighborhood. Beside them was Ghazi bin Fasil Square, or at least that's what a faded, scratched-out inscription seemed to read. Below the name was Abdul Karim Qasim Square, then painted over that, Mikhail Aflaq Square. The entire parking lot seemed to have been consumed by rival factions. Okay, you get in there, and we're gonna push towards Amram next. And Marib. So I think we can attack Marib immediately, because that is a victory point. The entire parking lot seemed to have been consumed by rival factions of painters, each group determined to claim the small lot for themselves as the cars inside it grew more and more deteriorated. Toshiro sighed and tried not to think through the implications of the state of the parking lot. Gentlemen, we are here to represent the co-prosperity sphere here in Iraq today, he said, looking over at his colleagues. It is essential that these Arabs see us as an inspiration, liberators. Just as the Asian people were shackled by Western powers and unnaturally divided, so too are the Arabs. Under the guidance of Japan, the people of Baghdad can become strong, free, and... He broke off as one of his associates tilted their head pointed behind him. Toshiro turned in time to see an angry man with a paint bucket enter the parking lot. He was staring furiously at the wall labeled Michel Aflaq Square. Is he coming to repaint it? The same wall that Toshiro had parked his government-issued car beside. By the time he realized the man's intentions, he was already opening the tin. Toshiro let loose an angry yell as blood-red paint soared through the air. Well, at least the car can still drive. So our units are taking over this airfield. You yourself can attack here, and then we can maybe... Wow, we could end... I mean, it's not gonna happen. I think that once we take these 2 cities... but if it weren't, we could actually encircle the defenders in Amram. Which would, in an uncertain way, mean that we have done well. Okay, let's get more political power here. Iron port. Wait, I forgot. Can we already? Yes, let's use the public. And now to expand Raiju port. Yes, good. Can you attack over here? Okay, so unless they capitulate right now, we can do some encirclements here. Yes, they capitulated. Awesome! So that was a really nice victory for the good guys. We're gonna stay in the Italian sphere, unfortunately, but you know, at least it's not the Germans. I would hate to see that. Roast victory in Yemen, and there's another war that just started in Oman. Okay, well, foreign policy. Supported country, states Augusta. Send advisors to Omani. That one is a bit more complicated here. 2 divisions, and I can't even send them because they are in transit. So we'll have to wait for that. Insurrection in Oman. And the Rif Republic is no more, unfortunately. But what can we do? Roast victory in Yemen. The civil war in Yemen has concluded today with the surrender of the last Republican stronghold to the forces of Imam al-Badr. With the backing of both Saudi Arabia and as well as the Italian Empire, the royalist forces were able to overcome General Abdullah al-Salah's diverse Republican coalition. It appears that the specter of Pan-Arabism has been firmly quashed in Yemen. King Mohammed al-Badr has made overtures to both Riyadh and Rome to gain support in the Yemeni civil war, presenting himself as a staunch defender of Italian interests, while at the same time forging contacts with the Saudi king. Now that his throne is secure, many international observers are wondering whether or not Yemen's new king will pick a side in the region's ongoing power struggle, lest he decide to continue to walk the diplomatic tightrope between Riyadh and Rome. Who cares about Yemen? Insurrection in Oman. It seems the wave of instability sweeping through the Middle East is far from over, as Oman becomes the latest nation to fall to civil war. While reliable information is difficult to obtain, it seems that the chaos began when Qaboos launched a coup against his own father, the former Sultan Said, with the help of the local Italian garrison. Egypt now. With the help of the local Italian garrison. Meanwhile, religious traditionalists and tribal elements have rallied around Ghalib al-Hinai, the Omani Imam, in the inhospitable region of the Jebel Akhdar. With the strength of faith and Saudi support, they hope to restore theocratic rule to the country. Another insurrection took place in the western deserts of Dhofar, where a large coalition of Pan-Arabists, communists and Bahatists rose up under partisan leader Wayla Fakhro, hoping to turn Oman into a stronghold of Pan-Arabism and Southern Arabia. As the three sides seem to be rather evenly matched, it is hard to predict what the future holds for the Sultanate. Okay, so how many border collapses in Egypt? How many countries are we now supporting? Okay, so still just Augusta? Because there is now war in Egypt as well, and in Iraq. Oh, but these guys are not at war. But you are, but we can't support any of you. Okay, so order collapses in Egypt. Likely encouraged by the developments within Yemen, the leader of Free Officer Movement, Gamal Abdel Nasser, has seized a large portion of the nation following an abortive coup against the monarchy. Following the failed coup and subsequent... more in Iraq this time. A group of Islamic militants led by Said Qutb have themselves attempted and failed to seize power and now fight against both the monarchy and the Nasratists. The Muslim Brotherhood is heavily suspected to be funded and armed by the Saudis, despite Riyadh's official denial of the matter. This presents a greater issue within the conflict, as it means the stalking of the new tension between Italy and Saudi Arabia. Is this the beginning of something bigger? And Iraq is now at war. And we can send support to Abu al-Qasim al-Khouyi. Great. That's not confusing at all. Okay, so we can get involved in 4 conflicts now. Okay, so hold on. So you guys will split off, and I'm gonna send the first IJA over here. Now, okay, and Egypt is the big one. But there really isn't anyone there. So wait, where's the other? It's at Al-Wusta, Basra, Amara, and Nasiriyah. Syria. Okay, well, that's this one. Okay. So do we have any extra commanders? We have you. Iraq collapses into civil war. And the Muslim Brotherhood declared war. Okay, so there's more happening. So you guys need our help. We can send 2 volunteers. So the second IJ is gonna go over here. And do we have any horse in the Egyptian fight? Yes, the Muslim Brotherhood, the fundamentalists. It's just amazing. Great. So this is gonna be the 3rd IJAEF. 3rd IJAEF. Okay, so Muslim Brotherhood, take our volunteers as well. And is there anyone else at this point? Oh my god, Eastern Desert Patrol. So we're sending volunteers over here. We've done Yemen. We're sending them here and we're sending them over here. Okay, well, I guess that's all for now. Did we finish the Shinkansens? Not yet. But half of them. The economy is doing extremely well. The euro deficit is at 0.7% GDP, but real GDP growth is nearing 8%. Debt to GDP is only 81.5%. Inflation is under control. We're gonna get more boost. All is fine. We just need to start working on these. Yeah. Okay, well, the war is gonna be the part of the next playthrough, or at least a couple of episodes. So thank you very much for joining me. See you next time.